You understand? Okay, in Isaiah chapter 56, Isaiah chapter 56. See, you have to know, make yourself responsible for your own salvation. Don't let nobody be responsible without scrutinizing what they're saying. Isaiah 56 verse 1 says what?
Thus saith Yahweh, keep ye judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness is to be revealed.
You see, we know that the salvation is of whom Yahweh is going to save. You understand? Yahweh ain't going to save all these people. Those that are not working out their own salvation, you got to work this out. You understand? Even in Isaiah 55 verse 6 says what? Isaiah 55 verse 6.
Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
Yeah, see? That's what he's telling you. He says, seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Yeah, see, that's your job. That's what you should be doing. Because Yahweh going to come a time you won't be able to find him. People going to be praying and God ain't going to hear them. You have to seek that salvation now and know that you have acquired it. And how do you acquire it? By learning what is expected of the salvation that you need. You understand? And what does it say? Jeremiah 29. Jeremiah 29. These are things so you don't feel that you're going to seek Yahweh in vain. No, you can't do. Jeremiah 29 verse 13 says what?
Ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart.
Yeah, see, I would say that you will, to seek him. When you seek him, he said, you're going to find me. I'm going to make sure you find me. In other words, to seek him, you ain't going to do it in vain. It ain't going to be something you're going to say, oh, I wish I didn't. I don't know. Yahweh going to let you find him. Because he told you, do it now while there's time. Because there's going to come a time, it ain't going to be time. You won't have time to seek him. Wrestle to know, to have that personal relationship with him. You understand? You ain't going to find it with your friends and your other friends that ain't even thinking about that. Know that your salvation is important. To your redemption and to save yourself is important. And when you put that importance on your own salvation, then you ain't about worrying about what's happening on the other side of the world. Because they're going to fight. There's no question. They are going to fight to the very end. What are they fighting over? They want to be in control. They want to have beautiful things. They want to have money. And they're going to fight this civil war for everything that they can't take to the grave. They rise up with the gun and slaughter their own. Why? Because they want to be in control. They're angry. They rape the women, rob, steal, do all kind of abominable things. And one day they say to themselves, I wasted my time. Why would I do anything like this? And look how many innocent lives you done caught. You understand what I'm saying? Like the killing fields. They rose up and murdered their own people. I mean, slaughtered them. In Cambodia, I mean, they massacred them people. And they were their own people. They had it on the History Channel. What government don't rise up? What army don't wind up? And eventually it's senseless. Eventually everybody said, what did I do? And you cannot undo it. They become so enraged in taking possession of material things. And when they die, ain't none of it in the grave with them. Don't think those people that died in the killing fields, you think they died not saying, cursing those that have taken their lives. And I'm saying to you, don't think the American Indians died without cursing those that had taken their lives. Don't think the American black slaves that was dragged out of his land died and not cursed those that took their lives, like you would blow out a candle and call them all kind of names so that they could kind of put a little water on this hatred that is burning in them that can't be extinguished by fire, by water, because there's a hatred that burns in them. And those that instituted this type of barbarism came out of the worst slut from the jails of England to bring forth a seed of abomination to the world. And you can see it all over the world. He's drawing the sword. He's making accusations of slaughtering them, doing all kind of stuff. When this country had the atomic bomb, who did she trust and who took it from her? Those that looked like her, that she trusted. It was right on the History Channel how they snuck it out. And I'm saying now she is fighting all over the world. She's inventing more cunning ways to do diabolical things. How much food can her stomach hold? How much money can she have? And all that money is blood. Like somebody that sells crack in his community and says he gonna do good by the money. Look what you done murdered your people. Look what you done to your own people. The rappers take their guns, go in there, they start playing the music, they shooting up everybody. These are your people. You have no compassion. They all do it. And then they give excuses. But you done it. Biggie and Pop, what did they do so bad that they were murdered? What could you have done? That to anger. These two boys are dead. They were murdered. They have no compassion. And those that have done it will suffer. You cannot create a life. All these abortions, all of the abomination that is occurring in the earth. These people, they're too busy doing foolishness. How are they going to find salvation? They're drunk with a delusion that they're righteous. And they make laws that say I'm clean because this is protocol. This is the way things are done. You drop bombs, well, so many millions are going to be hurt, but yet still the problem is solved. What about those people? You have to answer. They don't go that way. There's a God, and He's going to hold you accountable. And we don't believe that. We think that it's over. Behind the grave, they are lost. There's no peace to those that do not find the salvation of Yahweh. You understand what I'm saying? You have to wrestle to find this, and you got to wrestle to keep it. And this is what I'm saying. Yahweh said, you seek me, I'm going to let you find me. Now, when you find me, what you going to do? But find me at a time that I will be available. Because there's going to be a time I'm not going to be available, and you may look, and I'm not going to be there. So Yahweh God has told them. So in Isaiah 52, and I'm glad to say this because it is true. Isaiah 52, and I like to read because it makes me feel good to say this. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bring good tidings, that publish peace, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publishes salvation, that said unto Zion, thy God reigneth. In other words, these are good things for us to hear. Yahweh said, man, this is good. He's publishing salvation. This is your tidings to lift you up, to publish it in the earth, to tell the people, man, you can be saved. How? By keeping the commandments of Yahweh. You can't be out there doing all kind of abominable things. If you about your salvation, then you make yourself ready, because the day is coming. All these lights, all this stuff is going to be gone. The moment the lights go out, everybody gets scared. We have to know that we're in the spirit of Yahweh, and Yahweh will help us. We have to know, just like this man knows that the banks and the money belongs to him, and he feels comfortable because he's in control. It's time for you to know what will control your life, because his money is man-made, and his money has no value if there's nothing to buy. Money has no value dropping in the Sahara Desert. There's nothing you can buy in the Sahara Desert. Money is only valuable where it has value. And food gives money value. No food, money has no value. You gotta have something in your stomach. The value of money is food. That's right. You understand? Let's get that straight. So your salvation is a beautiful thing. It says, how beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publishes peace, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publishes salvation, that said unto Zion, that God reigneth. That's a beautiful thing. And what did Yahweh say in Psalm 119, 155? Psalm 119, 155. Yeah, see, you know this, so you might be set free. Don't worry about these people. You can't help them. I'm not saying neglect them. I'm saying know your limitations with them. These people don't want to be saved. They want to have excuses about what they should do. I'm free. You ain't free. Psalm 119, verse 155. What does it say?
It says, salvation is far from the wicked, for they seek not thy statutes.
See, salvation, they don't have to worry about the wicked. He ain't going to be saved. He says, far from him. Far, far from him. And as it says, work out your own salvation. Let's go to Zephaniah. Zephaniah tells you. Zephaniah. You can't do it no other way. This is a serious thing that you got to decide what you want to do. It has nothing to do with everybody else. Zephaniah chapter 3. What does it say? Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 3. What does it say?
Seek ye the high God, all ye meek of the earth, which have wove his judgments, seek righteousness, seek meekness. If it may be, ye shall be high in the days of the Elohim's anger.
That's right. See, he says, seek ye Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment, seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be, ye shall be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger. But go up at that same chapter, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather yourselves together, O nation, not desire. You are a nation of people, and you shall be among the nations, and not be recognized. He said, gather yourselves together, before the decree bring forth, before the days pass, as a shaft, before the fierce anger of Yahweh cometh upon you, before the day of Yahweh's anger come upon you. Seek ye Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which has wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be that ye be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger. And see, when it came against us, what did Yahweh say? Let's go Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwelleth in the land. That happened to us. If we go up to 17, he says, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath. See, these things is a terrible thing when you mess with Yahweh God. They think they money, they're bunkers, and they're scientists. You ain't gonna save when Yahweh's ready for you. Ain't nothing gonna save. Only thing can save you is that you do what Yahweh has told you to do. And this like Yahweh has said. And we got to read in the book of 2nd Ezra. And he says, for then everyone obeyed, but now the manner of them which are created in this world that is made or corrupt by a perpetual seed. People are corrupt. People ain't gonna listen. You understand what I'm saying? But Yahweh says, let the multitude perish then which were born in vain, and let my grapes be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. And we who Yahweh has called, Yahweh said we're perfect. You understand? And I'm saying to you, seek the salvation of your God. Seek Him. Knock on His door. Tell Him that you want to keep the commandments and work at it daily. Work at it. Don't turn away from your salvation. Ain't nobody gonna help you. Ain't nobody can help you. You gotta help yourself. If you got a teacher, good. Listen to your teacher and scrutinize what he says. And when you find wrong in the teacher, find yourself another teacher. Don't criticize him. Find yourself another teacher. If that teacher is wrong and you don't see that teacher teaching you right, then you know, if you want to sit there and not learn something, but a good teacher that is teaching you about the will of Yahweh God will tell you who you are. You understand? When you sit before him, he's going to tell you are Israelite. And then he's going to prove it out of this book. You can't prove that these people coming in America was Christians. Nah. They're going to give you all kinds. The description of this book describes you totally. You ain't Jewish. You Yehuda. You Jew. You ain't Jewish. Come on. That's something that they made up. You can't follow after Esau. Don't read them vows if you want to speak the language, but don't read them vows on the Torah. Those things are corrupt. That's right. You don't have no F sounds and how they done changed everything. Come on. They made it up. They made this stuff up. You have to go and research this, and when you research it, you'll find out. There's a lot of wrong they've done, and they've done it so it might suit them. Now you learn so you can ask Yahweh God what is the right way to do it. Because these people do not follow them. You may think they got knowledge. They don't have no, because they had the true knowledge, they wouldn't be doing the wickedness they doing. How you come from Europe and gonna tell somebody that that's your land, and the description that's written in the Torah of the people don't even fit you, and you go into a land and literally murder the people, and you think that Yahweh God don't hold you accountable. You're accountable. It ain't your land. And you're going to tell them, well, it ain't yours. Well, it's just like if they went over in Europe and the guy said, well, it's my land because I'm here. No, it ain't. The occupants that have blood rights to the land, where their ancestors has been given to the land first, where they had children to the land, and the land nourished them and fed them. The Indians never stopped them from coming over. They said, come over. It was their greed that they plotted. How you gonna take blankets with smallpox and give it to them after they helped you come through trials and tribulations and help you live in the land? Now you're going to what? Diminish their numbers by killing off the buffalo as the great expansion west. How do you show such evil for such kindness that they showed you? That's evil. How you gonna let invite a man invite you in his house, give you money, make you fat? Now you gonna throw the man out of your house? That's evil. How can God is not gonna bless something like that? Yes, the wicked to be encouraged will win the battles, but they will never win the victory. The victory is given to the children of salvation that can only come from Yahweh God. And I'm telling you, you work it out. You take it serious. Because ain't nobody gonna help you. Like, you can't help me, I can't help you. But collectively, we can encourage each other. Nobody expects you to go in the corner and be, no. But we expect you to know what is good for you. Because when you know what is good for you, you leave everything else behind. That's important. You have to discern for your own good. Because when you die, ain't nobody in that grave but you. That's right. And what this it says in the Apocrypha, this is beautiful. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment, for such as in their life have received benefits, and have not known me, and they that have lost my law, while they have yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. In other words, they're in pain. That's right. That's right. Go back and read this book so that you might become wise. Them people that have left this earth, they're in pain, they're in torment. And it even says in here, because you know, I'm saying to you, that's why Yahweh has said these things to us, so that we might grow wise, because these people are wicked. You understand what I'm saying? And we must escape, because they don't believe they don't believe this. It says, they that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to God a ransom for them. For the redemption of their souls is precious, and it ceases forever, that he should still live forever and not see corruption. Okay? It says, because the thing about it, it says, be not thou afraid when one is made rich, when the glory of his house is increased. For when he died, he shall carry nothing away. His glory shall not descend after him, though while he liveth he blesses his soul. And man will praise thee when thou dost well to thyself. He shall go to the generation of his fathers. They shall never see light. That's right. Read the book. The book will tell you. They're in torment. They're in torment. And it goes on. I mean, this book will tell you the whole entire story. You understand? Don't put it down. You have to learn. It takes time to learn to read it. It takes time to learn to comprehend. And the only way you can comprehend it is by praying to Yahweh God to help you. And this book will tell you. It will tell you, don't go that way, because down that way is a terrible end. He says here, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. He says, for they are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. In other words, they pass power on to their children. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me, until I went into the sanctuary of Elohim. Then understood I therein. Surely they did set them in slippery places. Thou cast them down into destruction. How are they brought to desolation as in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terror. That's Psalm 73. Go read it. They get by. They ain't gonna get away. There are people in their grave I remember the sister told me, she went down in the grave, people was hollering, oh, please give me another chance, help me, please. And they were just crying. Seek out your salvation now. Because, brother, there's a punishment. Yahweh God, we thank you. The Shabbatah, Atniga, Laquado Shah, Yahweh, Makabada, Yahweh Allahayama, Yahweh Allahayama, Yahweh Allahayama, Yahweh Allahayama, Yahweh Allahayama, Allahayama, Yahweh 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 Allahayama, Yatisra, Samawaka, Yatisra, Shalawama, Shalawama, Kaya, Baka, Bata, Baka, Bata, Kawa, Bayahawa, Ataya, Atta, Kaya, Bayaha, Yahawa, Tisra, Akwalayama, Shama'a, Inshallah, Yahweh, Allahayana, Yahweh, Khada, you gotta love, Yahweh, you gotta love, Allahayama, Kaya, Lahasha, Bayakaba, Kaya, Shamasha, Shamagana, Yahweh, Allahayama. May Yahweh bless us and keep us. Kanaha, Melaka, Yahweh, Sabayaba, Mayura'a, Ilwa, Latisma, the Shabbatah, Niga, Quadam Shah, Yahweh, Makabada, Amana.